One of the first things I wanted to do when I got to New York was check out the food trucks. And luckily there's a taco truck down the street from Rebecca's apartment, and they have the most incredible tacos there, especially their tongue taco or taco de lengua.
Margaritas, 3 tacos de lengua.
I couldn't stop eating. And so finally I was like, you know, I gotta try my hand at this. I gotta try making my own tongue taco and see if I can even do it justice.
You don't.
Finally, it was time to go to Gray's.
Supplement whatsoever. Black Angus actually marble better than regular cows, so even though grass-fed cows tend to have less fat in them, the Black Angus is a great breed. So we're actually the only free market that has this thing on the welfare seal.
Oh, cool.
So basically this is for very humane treatment of farm animals. It's really stringent. If your barn is not set up the correct way, they won't give it to you.
Oh, wow.
So that extends from the way they're treated and fed all the way to the slaughterhouse. So
I think we had reserved a tongue last week. Oh, that is awesome.
We got a small tongue for this because we had never cooked before. And it's really very simple to cook a tongue.
Come feel its taste buds. Oh, it's like sandpaper. It's like a toothbrush.
Basically you have to boil it first. And we did kind of a court bouillon. It's a fancy French term, basically, for braising. We use the jalapeno, an onion, carrot, salt, peppercorns, and some dried oregano. We boiled it for about 3 hours, and then when it was still hot, we peeled the skin of the tongue off. It was kind of a gruesome, hands-on Boris Karloff experience.
It looks like a science experiment. It tastes like a cross between brisket and beef marrow. We decided that we'd also make our own salsas, based again on this taco truck that we love so much. They have this green sauce, and I don't actually really know what's in it, but I found a recipe online on a Homesick Texans blog for a green sauce from her favorite Mexican restaurant from Houston, and it sounded pretty similar to the one that I love so much from Patty's Taco Truck.
Tell me after that you did it so that nothing would be crawling on my face while I'm sleeping. You never make sushi for me anymore. I can't be sure if I'm really hungry.
Having lived a long time in Florida, one of the things I'm really confident in making is a lot of salsas. I made a peach salsa to go with the tongue. I find that fruit adds a really nice balance to the acidity and the spice of a salsa, and also give it its own really beautiful sweetness. I'm going to cut these tomatoes in half, and I just want to get rid of the seeds because they're a little bit bitter. You don't want that bitterness in the salsa. Out of nowhere.
I'll just sit and wait.
I want to put a pretty fine dice on my onions. I don't like the overpowering raw onion flavor in salsa. I like it just to be a nice little mild touch.
You never kill spiders for me anymore. Would you mind doing what I've been needing before?
A nice bit of salt, fresh cracked pepper, with some olive oil.
Of chapters.
Once we were ready for the tacos, we kind of pan fried the tongue just to get a little bit more flavor, a little bit more texture.
Yeah.
Would be crawling on my face while I'm sleeping.
So the tongue was $8.50, and it was about 1.5 pounds a tongue. The tomatoes were $4, the tomatillos were $1.50. The jalapenos and the serrano together were about $1. The whole head of cilantro was $1, and the carrot was also $1.
The avocados and the limes were an additional $4.
And the summer squash was $3. So altogether, that's $24.
But we fed 6 people, so
We had
on
a party.
$4. Yeah, we had a party.
For $4 a person. That was really incredible.
Yeah, and it was a full meal too.
So hopefully we've inspired you at home, if you haven't before, to try Ofo Meat's tongue liver, brains, sweetbreads. So if you try for the first time, or if you've had before and you have a favorite preparation.
If you have, your own recipe for tacos, if you have your own tongue recipe, it doesn't even have to be for tacos. Grilling it or corning it, making like
tongue sandwiches, phenomenal.
Or if you have, your favorite salsa recipe, or even your own tortilla recipe.
Let us know. Write us in, send us a video, and we'll feature it.